What's going on, guys? This is Tower number 9, and we're doing another draft here today. I am on pack one. My leaders are two. I have two copies of Jin and a Grand Moff Tarkin. Looking at this pack, so Boba Disintegrator jumps out as being a really, really, really strong card. Only works if I play Tarkin Yellow, which I don't know if I'm going to play. There are two copies of Kanan Jarrus, who's also really good. There is Academy Defense Walker, also a very solid card, but in blue. I think, unfortunately, there isn't a lot that I can take here while remaining open. I think we could also take the Super Laser Tech. The Super Laser Tech doesn't require me to go into a specific color. Looking to my side, there's a good chance this player is playing yellow. So I may not get as much yellow stuff, which makes me less inclined to draft Boba. Super Laser Tech's not going to be as good though. I think I think we are. I think we are just going to draft the Boba. We'll see how this goes. Feel free to critique my draft in the comments below if you think there are things that I could be doing better here. We're moving on to the next pack. So I see a security complex. I don't know that I'm going to go blue. If I had taken that Kanan, this would look really good. Um, I have, Battlefield Marine. That is a strong option. The problem is that it's heroic. So that would be kind of pushing me towards playing, that would be pushing me towards playing green Jin. Colonel Yularen would be a option that was more remaining open because I could play him with Tarkin. Battlefield Marine is a really good starting card, but it's in colors that I'm not committed to. I could take this outmaneuver and play it with either, but it's not amazing. Looks like there's a good chance a yellow card was drafted up there. That's interesting. I think we're gonna go with Yularen, which remains open. It's if I do end up going with like a green Jin, I can play Yularen. He's a reasonable early pick. And he works well. He works actually very well with Tarkin. So now we're going to move to the next pack. Okay, okay. 97th Legion is a heavy unit that remains open. Um, Vanguard Ace is really bad. I see some blue stuff, but I don't know that I want to play blue. Open Fire would be appealing if I were in red. Spec Force Soldier. Gladiator Star Destroyer can be actually a really annoying card in this format. Academy Training is a pretty solid card. Academy Training also remains open. Yeah, so I'm really thinking between, so I could take Academy Training, I could take the Legion, I could take the Gladiator. Don't really want the Vanguard Ace. I don't know. Open Fire is kind of reasonable. I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna take this Gladiator, I think. I almost went for that Academy Training, but and I'm even now sort of second guessing myself, but I'm thinking I may end up on Tarkin here. Wow, okay. Looking at this pack, a little surprised to see a Lothal Insurgent. So if I do end up deciding that I'm going Tarkin, this Snow Trooper Lieutenant is a great pick. So 2 cost, you may attack with a unit. If it's an Imperial unit, it gets +2 for this attack. That works really well with what Tarkin wants to do. He can also use his ability to heal it. Uh, Or he can also use the ability to buff it rather with experience after it's played. So that's a very reasonable call. Resupply would also be a solid choice for a Tarkin deck and stays a little more open. Resupply helping me to get to that end game stuff faster. The only problem is I don't know that it's what Tarkin most wants to do. It can be a little awkward compared to playing units. I'm gonna take this Snowtrooper Lieutenant. We're currently tentatively going to go with a Tarkin. We're tentatively going to go with a Tarkin yellow, but we'll have to see. I am not seeing a lot of yellow. I think there's a very good chance that Trax is drafting yellow here, given those Han Solos and the fact that I'm not seeing very many yellow cards. So the Boba there is kind of the only thing I have really strongly going there. It makes me wonder whether I should be maybe planning to pivot to a different color and not playing that Boba. I am seeing some good red stuff here. So like this Imperial Interceptor or the open fires that were being passed earlier, I'm wondering the problem is there's red right here. There's a red for both factions. There's more yellow. Yeah, I don't know. Wonder if I should be in blue. Well, we're gonna take another Snowtrooper Lieutenant because that card works very well with Tarkin and it remains open. We'll see what happens with respect to other colors. Ooh, I do see Command here. That's probably a playable card. So Command is it's like so it's the ramp side is unlikely to be used, but it can give experience. It can be removal. It's not great though. Well, there is some chance I would end up on double green, believe it or not. Hmm. The other main option would be Ty LN or Homestead Militia. Homestead Militia is actually a pretty solid card for a draft. Um, I think there's a chance that I'll get command passed back to me. I think we'll take the Homestead Militia. Command and the tie are more likely to come back to me. Oh, I could also actually take the Bounty Hunter crew. I don't have events to return with it yet, but it can be a nice, efficient card. The ambush there is nice as well. I am going to take the Homestead Militia for now, though. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so drawing these, so I have some events that I don't really want to play. This is not a great pack. So the Patrolling V-Wing, when played, draw a card, pretty mid. Prepare for Takeoff, probably better than the Patrolling V-Wing. Um, Recruit. I really don't love this, though. Are seeing, we're seeing a lot of red Rebel cards, which is interesting. Might make Loopy likely to go into Sabine. I guess we take the prepare for takeoff here. This is a little early in the draft to be seeing packs that don't have much for me though. Okay, okay. This is the pick here is one of these Blizzard Assault AT-ATs. You're gonna take one of those, get a nice end game. This is like a super closer end game unit. Blizzard Assault AT-AT on the field. There is a question now of how we're going to get to it, and we see an answer to how we're going to get to it with this super laser technician. Let's bring this guy in. So this is a nice ramp card that's also a unit, works really well. I'm seeing a lot of green coming back to me. So green, I'm very surprised that only one of those Keenans got taken. It's a very strong card. It makes me wonder if that means that there is not much Rebel Blue right now. Okay, so the question is, do I want to take a card from, so I could play the Steadfast Battalion. Steadfast Battalion's like a decent card. It's okay. I could also take Death Trooper, which is better. It's also removal. The problem with the Death Trooper is that it only works on ground units, which is not really what you most want from removal, and it's also in a different color. I'm really not seeing a lot of yellow though, so it's possible I should be thinking about different color combinations. Steadfast Battalion is end game or is like mid game power unit. Death Trooper is like an early removal-ish unit. Tactical advantage is really bad. I don't like ATST suppressor. We're gonna go with the Steadfast Battalion here, more than committing to Death Trooper. I almost took a card from the wrong pack there. Let's see here. Wow, not thrilling. Ardent Sympathizer is a semi-playable card. Protector is probably really bad out of aspect, and it's probably double out of aspect. Repair is probably not good either. I think we take the repair in case we end up going blue. I have seen a lot of blue, but I think there's a good chance I just don't play that card even if I do end up going blue. Wow, resupply came back. That is shocking. Okay. I'm also really surprised an Alliance X-Wing is still there. That's actually pretty good early. What the heck? Imperial Interceptor made it this far? Okay, I'm taking this Interceptor, and I think there's a good chance that I'm going to end up pivoting it to being green-red. I've mostly been staying open. I won't get out and be able to play this Boba, but like an Imperial Interceptor is a really, really good card to have still going around the table at this point. So that really makes me think that red might be open. Another repair. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm going to be getting a lot of red here. I have been staying very open here. So reviewing this pack, I have these repairs if I go blue. Boba and the Interceptor are my only these are my only cards that don't work with like the basic green Tarkin shell. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna pass to the right, get rid of the generic base. So looking at this pack, okay, what do we see here? Attack pattern Delta, only good if I go double green. I might not do that. Seventh Fleet Defender is really good. It's possible I should take the Seventh Fleet Defender. That goes really well with Boba Fett. It's just another very efficient unit. Also works great with Tarkin's ability. So I think Seventh Fleet Defender is really appealing. Gladiator Star Destroyer is really appealing. Seasoned Shore Trooper is a very good early card, but he's not that flashy. Um, it is green though. Yeah, I do note that I'm weak in space right now. I think we're going to go with the Seventh Fleet Defender. That's a little bit more in favor of me potentially going for a yellow build. But let's see. Okay, so we have a security complex base. Probably not playing that. Battlefield Marine is not really playable. Tactical advantage is really bad. Okay, so the main option here would be to take this. I think I'm gonna just take this open fire. So now we have kind of two very good cards from yellow, two very good cards from red, and we're gonna see what else we end up getting past. This pack, um, I'm not seeing something that like really immediately sings to me. I could take another Snowtrooper Lieutenant, but I think having three of those might be excessive. Force throw isn't good because I don't have force units. I could take another steadfast battalion. They're like at least decent. If I ramp into them, they should actually be very annoying. The other main option would, I guess, be to take this crafty smuggler. When you play this unit, give a shield token to it. That's like the problem is that's like a solid card, but it's not an amazing card. I think we're gonna is it's yeah. I'm not loving this. We're gonna take the steadfast battalion here. I think don't really love it though. Okay, here we have Bosk. He's real. So I'm seeing a lot of yellow stuff this time. I might not get as much on the other side though, if he's indeed drafting yellow. Um, ISB agent is kind of so I think I draft Bosk here. Yeah, Bosk is the play here, I think. So I have the other option would be I do have an Asteroid Sanctuary here. I don't have very many like events and tricks, so the Asteroid Sanctuary could be pretty good, especially if I'm scaling up units with Tarkin's ability. But I think the Bosk is more like raw power here. Okay, so now, yeah, this is looking like another pack that's going to push me towards yellow with the Bounty Hunter Crew or the Surprise Strike. We're going to go with the Surprise Strike. So currently my thinking is that I'm going to be going yellow green with Tarkin. Um, if I see really good red stuff, that could still change. Um, If I see really good red stuff, that could still change. But okay, Admiral Piet seems like the call here. I guess I could, or no, I could also bring in the Syndicate Lackeys. That commits me more to yellow, but it's like pseudo removal and actually really good. Um, Probably better than Admiral Piet since I only have the two six or more costs. We're gonna go with the Syndicate Lackeys. So we're pretty in on we're pretty in on going for Tarkin yellow. And in the event that I don't get as much yellow in future packs, which seems very possible, I should be maybe focused. Ooh, we're going to take max firepower here because this is actually really good removal in a deck with a fair few Imperials. I could actually use some more Imperials, speaking of this, but I think maximum firepower is going to be handy. Works well with Tarkin's game plan of playing Imperials and buffing them. So I want to be on the lookout for good Imperial cards, especially if they're yellow. I would love to see another Seventh Fleet Defender. That would be an awesome card to add to the deck at this point. Let's see what we can get here. Okay. General Veers is kind of the obvious call for other friendly Imperials get +1/+1. Could also take another Snow Trooper Lieutenant. I am a little light on turn one plays. I currently have three, and I think the target is going to be six or seven. Additionally, but the Snow Trooper Lieutenants aren't actually good first turn plays. We're going to go with Veers here. His buff can be very handy for Imperials. Synergizes a lot with what the deck is trying to do. If I were going red, that disabling Fang Fighter might actually be an appealing call. It would strengthen my space arena, and it would also give me an option for dealing with upgrades, which can be really nasty. In particular, I think that the upgrade Traitorous can be a big problem for this style of deck where I'm trying to buff up smaller units. But we'll have to see. Okay, so here we have, I can take the Outer Rim Headhunter. I can play Attack Pattern Delta for 5, but that seems pretty not awesome. I think we just take this Headhunter. It's a start. So right now we're now pretty committed to yellow. And the Headhunter gives me an okay starting unit. It's not a star, but it's a playable. Here we probably end up taking another Steadfast Battalion because all the other cards are heroic or so these two are heroic. This card is aggression and bad. This card is not my good in my opinion, and it's blue. I would really rather not have three Steadfast Battalions. It's possible that we don't actually end up playing all three, but that's where we're at presently. Let's do a little reorganization of these packs. So right now I do want to add some more Imperial units to this mix. I also have a lot of 5 costs. I probably don't want to draft more 5 costs if I can help it. This is a nice addition. The Crafty Smuggler is a good starting unit. Um, Not the best ever, but like a solid starting unit. Maybe better than I was expecting to get at this point in the draft. Outer Rim Headhunter. I don't know what happened with this. I think I got these packs in the wrong order. We'll take the Outer Rim Headhunter, I guess. And wow, an Asteroid Sanctuary. That is an actual good card to receive this late. Okay, now another pack with two. Something is wrong with the order of these packs. Wow, and we get another very playable card, the Bounty Hunter Crew. I don't know what's happening here. Why is this getting passed to me? Okay. Outmaneuver, that's semi-playable. Okay, I don't really know what's going on with those packs, but I think something in the order got messed up. Hey guys, Tower number 9 here. Sorry about the sort of weird cut there. Unfortunately, I lost some of the footage at the later part of the draft. So what I'm just going to show here is what my final deck ended up being. So here we have, it is a Tarkin Administrator's Tower build. We have 6 2-drops. 2 of them are Snow Trooper Lieutenants, which isn't great, but 6 or 7 2-drops is a good spot. We have a Asteroid Sanctuary and Surprise Strike as some kind of cheap events that can maybe give my opponent some surprises. We have at 3, we got Boba, Homestead Militia, General Veers, 7th Fleet Defender, Royal Guard, Super Laser Tech, 2 Resupplies, and a Strike True to give a bit more removal. Probably a bit too much at 3 cost. It's conceivable that I should cut some of this, but that's where we're at for 3 costs. 2 TIE Advanced and 2 Maximum Firepower, so some nice removal and some buffs. Works well with Tarkin in particular. At 5, we have a Bosk, Syndicate Lackeys, and 2 Steadfast Battalions. At 6, 2 Gladiator Star Destroyers. At 7, a 97th Legion, a Blizzard Assault AT-AT at 8, and Relentless at 9. So overall, I think it's a fairly solid build. We have some decent early game units, some nice removal options. We have some ramp to try to get us towards these stronger end game units with which to hopefully close things out. So yeah, that's the build, and now we're going to go ahead and see how it did in the other videos. My apologies for not showing the full draft, but unfortunately, that's how it goes. I will catch you guys later.